What is going on to all my movie fans out there, and welcome back to my channel. Today we are here to discuss the new Screen Life mystery thriller by the name of Missing. Now this is a standalone sequel to the incredible 2018 Searching, and I know you probably at home thinking to yourself, is this a Hollywood cash grab? Is it a sequel 5 years too little too late? Or are we looking at a sequel that's on par, if not better than the original? We'll be discussing that and so much more in today's spoiler-free review. But before we get into it, go ahead and start to leave your thoughts in the comments. Let me know if you've seen 2018 Searching and if you were a fan of that film. In accordance with what you've seen Missing, let's talk about your experience, what worked, what didn't work, and do you want to see more of this Screen Life storytelling with these same creators in the future? And of course, if you all enjoyed today's commentary and review, make sure you're hitting the thumbs up as well as sharing this review. So let's get into that first question. This is a standalone sequel to a film that came out 5 years ago. So first off, do you have to have seen Searching? Is it a direct sequel to that film? To answer that question without spoiling anything, this is what we like to call a standalone sequel, meaning that it's in the same universe, but we're looking at whole new different characters, a whole new different story. There's a couple Easter eggs that allude to that 2018 film, but you don't have to have seen that to enjoy this film. So we get that out of the way pretty early. Then the second thing is, well, is this just a Hollywood cash grab? It's coming out in July. Does anyone really care about it? No, this is a film you all are going to want to see, and this is my reasons why. This isn't just a traditional Hollywood cash grab of a sequel. Instead, this is passing the torch of a sorts. It's actually playing into this whole 5-year gap because the technology has actually enhanced since that 2018 film. And also when it comes to this story, the tables have turned because this time around we have a daughter looking for her mother, and the rabbit hole we go through in this film is absolutely insane. Now, getting into this Screen Life storytelling method, to me, it's beyond impressive because we've never really sit in the room with the characters at the same time because we're looking at this story being told through a computer screen, a smartphone, or a smartwatch, and you really can't get that sense of being present in the situation, or you don't really feel like it's tangible. But creators do such a great job of making that experience a part of the narrative because as you're seeing things playing out through the character's perspective, through their screens, it's almost like you are there with them because you're seeing they're just locked into the phone, they're locked into the computer, and that's the only limitations they have. So it really creates an immersive experience, an experience that would make you think, what would I do if I was in that situation? I also want to go into the appreciation of how this film includes this whole obsession that we have as a society with true crime TV shows and films, and it definitely continues that ongoing conversation about the use of technology and how it can be both a gift and a curse all at the same time. And the filmmakers, they never really force you to lean either which way. Instead, they try to display how it can be used in both good ways and in sometimes bad ways. And once you see this film, you're definitely going to go home and want to double check your passwords and probably put some tape on your laptop computer and all the different computers and cameras you all might have in your home. But it also helps that you have great performances, starting off with Storm Reid, who I've been following her career since 2013, and she gives, in my opinion, her best performance to date in her very already impressive and young career. Now, Storm Reid plays June, who recently turns 18 in this film, and like most 18-year-olds, she doesn't want to listen to her mom. That isn't the top of her priority. And she really doesn't appreciate what her mother does for her and the protection that her mother has for her. So we can all kind of relate to that 18-year-old in that film. But going back to Storm Reid, it's seeing her going through the lengths as June that go to find her mother by any means necessary, and literally using her resources and the technology available to her, such as Google, security cameras, and even the WhatsApp app to communicate to a complete stranger in Colombia, and she doesn't even speak Spanish. So it's just seeing her going those extra miles to really look into finding her mom. And also shout out to Javier. When you see the film, you know who I'm talking about. But also want to not leave out the great performance that we get from the incredible Nia Long, who plays Grace, who is June's mother that's missing in this film. I really like the chemistry that they had. Both of them gave extremely believable and compelling performances, and you really buy into them being a mother and daughter. And lastly, the film is genuinely a crowd pleaser, and the mystery is unpredictable and has some truly bone-chilling reveals that will have you on the edge of your seat throughout the entire film. And I also really appreciate how the film captures putting yourself in our main character situation. Like if I was June, I would have lost my mind. I wouldn't have been able to do half the stuff she was capable of, because man, she really goes through it in finding her mom, or attempting to find her mom in this narrative. So it really does a good job of doing that. So getting into some of my criticisms here, I will say, I do feel the film definitely had more suspension of disbelief in this sequel, especially when you have a character like, again, when you see the film, there's a character by the name of Javier who lives in Colombia, and just how he was able to be so involved in helping out June. When you see the film, you kind of understand where he's coming from. But again, suspension of disbelief, you have to use it quite a few times in this film, which is, it's just a minor thing. But really my main issue that I have with the film kind of dives into the actual final twist that to me felt a bit over the top and ridiculous. Now, it's definitely in the realm of possibilities of what we actually see in this film, but kind of diving a little bit deeper without giving it away. However, the actual truth is revealed in the third act, and it felt slightly forced and a little bit artificial to me. I just felt as though the first two halves were really grounded in reality and universally was really relatable, versus when we get into that third act, it just didn't feel the same. Now, it's not a deal breaker, but it's definitely something that stood out to me. So before I give you all my score and my overall thoughts, I really want to thank you all for watching this video so far. If you could, hit that thumbs up, share this review, leave your thoughts in the comments, and of course, subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell. Overall, if you enjoyed 2018 Searching, you are going to love Missing. It pushes the envelope for this interesting and innovative way to tell stories through screens, while also adding to the conversation about how we have to be more responsible and aware of today's internet and technology, but also who you decide to let in your life. It was extremely fun to see this film poking fun of the ongoing obsession with true crime, and at the end of the day, this standalone sequel is entertaining, it is thrilling, and it is also heartfelt, and it is very informative at the same time. And I think that this is a must-see film come January 20th. I'm going to give Missing a 4 out of 5. Now, I have been fortunate enough to be a critic and have these press screenings early, and it's not always true, but in this case, I think it is. Normally, when you can see a film a week before its release date, that to me bodes well for the studio having confidence in the film. Even though it comes out in the early year, we have had some pretty good films so far this 2023, and I think this is one of the best ones so far. So don't let the timing of when it comes out discourage you from seeing this. The lack of marketing is just kind of a Sony thing. This film is very good, and I highly recommend you all check it out. Again, a 4 out of 5 for me. But hey, that's just my thoughts. I want to know yours in the comments below once you've seen the film. Again, how did you experience the film? Was it a good thing, a bad thing? Did you predict anything? Did you not like certain aspects? And do you want to see more of this screen life storytelling? Let's talk about it in the comments below. Thank you all again for watching this review. Just a friendly reminder before you all leave to like, share, comment, subscribe to the channel, and come and join the community. As you all can see on the screen now, hit that subscribe button. Check out my other reviews so far this year. Check out my most recent review. You all stay safe, and we'll see you on the next breakdown.